I've made over $1 million in sales on TikTok in 6 months, and now I am coaching women to do the exact same thing. So check out this interview with my amazing, amazing client. She's a mom who was making $14 an hour working at Dairy Queen and went from that to making $10,000 in just commissions per month. Let's check it out.
Happy lady, happy life. With yours truly, Dianna Nicole.
Hey, Janay.
Hi, Diana.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited to have you.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. All right, well, let's just jump back right in so we don't keep the people waiting.
Okay.
So I have some questions for you. Can you share a little bit about where you were in your business or your life before we started working together?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so I have done like self-employed things since high school pretty much. Just dabbling in different things, but never like made life-changing money from it. So I remember a little bit before this, I was flipping cars before I started TikTok shop. Actually, I was doing Airbnb and flipping cars just a little bit on the side, not making any life-changing money. So I did have to go get a job working at Dairy Queen. So I started working at Dairy Queen. And do you want me to go into like how I started TikTok shop?
We will. I'll ask you more about it, but kind of just
Okay.
before you started it.
Okay, before I started, yeah. So, not making much money from cars at the time. So most of my income was coming from Dairy Queen. Was low pay. It was 12, I started at 12.50 an hour, I believe it was. And so it was pretty low pay. And I was just like, well, I need to help my husband with paying bills. I was a stay-at-home mom originally, but it was a tight budget. I mean, he'd be like, here's $20 for the week that I gotta stretch. Just because all our money was going to bills. So that's what my life was looking like.
Well, thank you for being so transparent. I really appreciate that. What do you feel like were some of your biggest challenges or frustrations at the time? I mean, I heard you say, I get like $20 and everything else was going to the bill. So what were the challenges with that and what were you really, really frustrated about?
So I was couponing, all that kind of stuff, looking for, I joined all these deals groups. So if you go to my Telegram, on my phone, this is what my phone looks like. My phone goes off all day because I'm a part of all these couponing and deals groups. And that's how I was getting stuff that, like anything that I wanted to get for my daughter, for myself, we couldn't afford it in the normal budget. So I remember I got this breastfeeding pump for $20, which would be my whole week's budget. But it was still like, oh, finally something I can afford. It's usually a $300 machine, but because of these deals groups, I was able to get crazy deals. And that was the kind of stuff that I felt like I had to do because we couldn't afford things otherwise. So yeah, that's what my financial situation looked like. My life looked like it was just penny pinching. I got a job because we were penny pinching so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound frustrating. So what made you decide to work with me as your coach? What was your kind of like, oh, I'm gonna hook up with her?
Because I knew you personally. As you guys probably know, we're sisters. Um, because I knew you personally, when I saw your story on TikTok, when I saw, I think at the time it was $30,000. You got on TikTok and you said, I made $30,000 in the past, I think it was month. And I was like, she did what? And usually you see those videos on TikTok, but it's like, yeah, okay, scroll. Because it's not somebody that you know. So it's like, okay, even if you did do that, if you're not lying, you're probably being dramatic about it, and it's only ever going to happen to you, and you're just like, I don't know, pyramid scheme type deal. So I used to just scroll. But since I knew you personally, I was like, okay, I know this is legitimate and I need to learn more. So I called you
Tell
up.
them, tell them. So did we talk about doing it before? Did I?
So we did, we
Oh, oh, tell
did.
them, tell them,
Di-
tell
Diana reached out to me in November because we do, different stuff together. So I helped her flip her bus. We've just done different stuff together, trying to make money on the side in the past because both of us, are we wanted to do for ourselves, but at the same time, with the way that the economy is setting up, it was hard to make it happen. So we were still working and we just do like little stuff together, little side gigs. So she reached out to me I think it was November. She was like, "Hey, Janay, I'm about to learn this TikTok stuff, and do you want to learn it with me?" And I had just done an Airbnb with my mom where my mom had invested a bunch of money, and it didn't make us money. She actually lost a lot of money in the deal, and I was like, "Diana, I can't do that. I just I just did one of these self-employed gigs, and it did not work, and I'm still recovering from that. So I'm gonna pass on this one." And in my in my defense, I didn't realize people were making this much money.
them.
But Diana had reached out to me and I was like, "No, I'll let you do this one alone."
Yeah.
So she did it by herself.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. When you first joined the program, what was your first impression? When you first joined the program and you first started our coaching, what were your first impressions?
So when I first started, it was in January. And so I remember I reached out to Diana and she was, walking me through different things. And I was thinking, oh, this must be special treatment because I'm her sister. And then I end up getting with all these other ladies in the group. She's doing this for everybody. So first impressions was, wow, she really cares. She really wants to see us win, just as much as she wants to see herself win.
Mhm. Thanks. Okay. No crying. Um, which parts of my coaching style or the program make the biggest difference for you?
Your honesty, your honesty. So like a lot of times, I think it was Over the Hedge, that movie. And or no, that was Up. And the dog would see a squirrel and he'd go, "Squirrel," and he'd get distracted. That's me in real life, okay? So I'll be doing something, and then I'll see something over here that looks exciting and I'll get distracted. And because of that, it makes me so that I'm not staying consistent and getting good at the things that I have the opportunity to get good at. So I remember 2 weeks in, I was like, "Diana, nothing is happening. I'm not making money. I don't know. Should I just give up?" And she's like, "Tanae, no." She walked me through her whole journey. She was like, "So this month I made $39. My first month starting TikTok shop, I made $39. And most of that was the last week of the month." I was like, "Okay, I hear you." She was like, "And then the next month, I didn't make nothing till the last week of that month. And you know how much I made? I think it was $20,000, something crazy." And I was like, "Okay, Janay, your breakthrough could be right around the corner. It could be the next video you post. Don't quit now."
Yeah.
So I didn't quit. And then there's also been times where, like I said, I'm a shiny object, get distracted person. And she has been like, "Janay, you learned all this stuff. You're supposed to be doing all this stuff, these techniques, these strategies that I taught you. And I see that you kind of aren't doing that this week. What's going on?" And I'll be like, "Oh, thank you." And I'll listen. Now I'm making more money than last month because I decided to listen this month. So, it's nice having her to be able to look at you and see the parts of you that you miss. um I don't know how other people feel, but I really like having somebody that's able to not see to able to see me, because I look at myself through rose colored glasses. A lot of times we give ourselves grace because it's like, special treatment, but I love how she's able to look at me through a different light and tell me the things that I'm missing about myself because of those rose colored glasses.
I love that. Thanks, Janae. I always tell people, and they ask me, do you think I need a coach or do you think I need a course? And I tell people, you need both. And I say that because it's like a class is going to teach you information, but a coach
Hmm.
will help you see what you can't see.
Yeah.
And so I love that. And I love the awareness around that you notice that that's what's happening. My coaches do the same thing. If I have blind spots in my relationship, they're like, this might be why he responded that way. Thank you for saying that.
Mhm.
Was there a memorable aha moment that shifted your mindset or your strategy?
Um, Proof of concept. So I actually had my first video go viral. It was my 4th week. And so seeing that happen, like the week before I was ready to quit. And then seeing that happen, it was like, oh, I can never quit. I got to keep going now, because now I see that what she's saying, like, it doesn't just work for her. She didn't have like some weird situation where nobody else could replicate it. This can be replicated. I can do this too. So it was just like a breaking point for me where, before I felt like maybe I'm not coming across as trustworthy because I'm not old enough or something. No, anybody can do this.
Thank you. What specific results, wins, or breakthroughs have you seen since we started working together?
Okay, you guys ready for wins? Okay, so I'm gonna show you my first month, because my first month, I remember, like I said, I was ready to quit. I had made, I believe it was $50 within the first 3 weeks. And that still for me was like, Dianna, this is $50, not $50,000. And I wanted $50,000. So what's going on? When's the money coming? And I remember she had to walk me through her whole journey, and of how this stuff takes time. You have to keep being consistent. You can't just expect overnight success, because that's not what this is. This isn't a get rich quick. So she had to remind me of that. So my first month, within my first month, I made $2,900. I'll show you right there. $2,900. That's my take-home commission. That was within my first month.
In a month. How much were you making at that point? How much were you making on your regular job at Dairy Queen?
Okay, to put things into perspective, my regular job, I get paid about $1,000 biweekly. So that was more than I made at my regular job within a week, because I had a video go viral at the end of the month. So this $2,900, majority of it was made within 5 days.
Yeah.
I had only made $50 up to that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just crazy, because it can happen overnight. And so far, all time on the TikTok shop, I have made, let me recount it just to be sure that I'm giving accurate numbers. So 2,900 was my February. 9,100 was my March.
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Go back. Just wanted to take a quick break to say, do you want to make money online? You don't know what to do? You don't know how to get started? I would love to help you. Drop in the comments below, Dianna, how can I be a part of this? Or click on the link that says coaching and courses and come on and join me in one of my programs, because I would love to have you and I've got your back. Back to the interview. Wait a minute. So your first month you made $2,900.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just commission. So that's not that you had to share with anybody. That was totally yours.
No, that was mine. Bank account.
Your very next month, March, what was your total?
I made $9,100.
So almost 10 G's the next month. And how much were you making on your regular job?
$2,000 a month.
So you made.
I more than quadrupled my income on TikTok.
Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead and tell us how the rest of the months.
So I made $2,900 my first month, $9,100 the second, $7,600 the third, $6,400 the fourth. $7,000 is what I have made so far this month, bringing us to a grand total of $33,000. Y'all, I could go to the dealership and buy a car right now. It was life-changing, because I remember at the beginning talking to Dianna, and she was like, it was all her students. She was at the beginning when she first started coaching, all that, and she was like, guys, what would be life-changing money for you? What would be life-changing money? Like, what's your goal? What do you want to see from this? And back then, I had smaller goals because I hadn't seen much happen. So it was like, I don't know how, like Dianna took this really far, but Diana's a singer, a storyteller, or she does all these things. So she's different from me. So I have to tone it down. So I was dreaming smaller. So I was like, I just need to make $10,000. And I was thinking total, not in 1 month, total. I just need to make $10,000 like this year so that I can pay off my debt. I wanted to pay off my family's debt. We needed a new car. There was just different things that needed to happen. And I was like, Diana, I just want to make $10,000. And she was like, okay, that's easy. Literally that month I made $9,000. Like I made 90% of my goal in 1 month. And by that point, that month I had already passed the $10,000 mark because I made $2,900 the previous month. So it was life changing. I am debt free. I go to the grocery store and I don't check my bank account anymore. I pick up all the organic snacks that I need to and all the food that I need to without feeling like, oh, is this gonna make it so that I can't pay my phone bill? So when I say life changing, that's what I mean by life changing because we're trying to buy a house right now, something that I have a down payment for a house. I didn't know how we were ever going to do that because I didn't even know how we were going to pay off our debt. So that's what I mean by life changing money.
So no more couponing.
Yeah, no more couponing. I still in all the groups, still getting all, they just texted me, the freebie guy. Still getting all the text messages, but I hardly even look at it because I don't need to. And back then I needed to, otherwise I couldn't get something. So it has been amazing.
Thanks, Janay.
You're welcome.
How would you describe this program or my coaching style to somebody else that was considering it?
Diana is always going to tell you the truth because Diana leads with kind of like her. I don't want to say her, I don't want to say she keeps her heart on her sleeve or whatever, because at the same time, she is like, she's strategic and she's not going to make you do something that you don't want to do. She's not going to let that. Anyway, this is how I want to put it. She loves her clients so hard. She wants to see the best for them. And for that reason, she's always going to be honest with you. If you're not doing something right, she'll let you know, but she's going to do it in a loving way to where you don't feel like in the community. It's easy to be like, hey, I messed up this and I did that. And be able to talk about that without feeling like, oh, somebody's going to laugh at me, somebody's going to put me down, because it's not there. Like we're able to be our raw, authentic selves without feeling like we're going to be ridiculed for it or anything. Because it's just it's all love, and it's all, how can I help you do better? So it's just it's really nice. It's really nice.
Thanks, Janay. All right, if you could go back and talk to your before self, talk to Janay before the $10,000 and the $20,000 and the $30,000, what would you say?
If I could talk to Janay in November, I would say just do what your sister asked you to do. Because who knows where I could be right now if I had gotten in on Q4. If I had gotten in on December when Christmas time, who knows where I could be. Listen to your sister. That's what I would say. Okay. But also don't give up, because there's been so many times with so many different things. Even this taught me, like, Janay, what if you had been a little more consistent or put a little more effort into it? Or what if you had gotten a coach in the past for other things? Like, what could you have done? Because Airbnb, like, if I had somebody to help me with this course, to help me go and be like, oh no, that's not a good market to get into. Not only could it have potentially saved me more money, but it could have helped me have gotten a better deal to where we could have been on top of it. So if I could talk to my past self, I'd be like, don't just get the course, get somebody to help you with it. And so that's why I'm so glad that I had you. And if it wasn't you specifically, my life would not have been like this. Because, like I said before, seeing those videos on TikTok, I just would have scrolled within the first 3 seconds. Never even would have given it a chance because that person, I don't know them. So, how could they possibly be credible? So, I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful that I didn't give up.
I'm grateful you didn't give up too. And for those of you guys who don't know, Janay is now my head. I'll be saying assistant coach, but she's my head coach in the group. And what I love about her being in the group is I feel that just as much heart as I would bring. It's some people have worked in my company. It's like, ugh, that's not how I want to be represented. But I brought Janay in because when I hear her talk to the women, I feel like I hear me talking to the women. Um, and I love that. I love that that I feel like they're in my hands when they're in your hands. So, all right, well, let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. Um,
Okay.
what are you most excited about in your business or life right now?
What am I most excited about? I increased from last month. So that has me excited because what am I going to do next month? Just wait and see. But also we're trying to buy a house. I don't know if I'm going to quit my job yet. I do love my job. But also I know that there's so much more that I can do with this and I know the job is holding me back from that.
Hmm.
So I'm excited for the future and whatever it brings us. Um, I'm excited that um, I'm excited to pay off my car. So yeah.
How do you feel about your future compared to before we started?
Oh, so much better. Like I said, I didn't know how we would ever pay off all the debt we had. We had over $10,000 worth of debt, and I didn't know how we could ever. Like I was like, it's gonna be years before we can pay this off because we're already living paycheck to paycheck. And you guys know how those credit cards are. They have a usually like 25% interest APR. And so you pay the minimum, they charge you interest, and it's like you're not even making it anywhere on those numbers. So I was like, how are we gonna get up from under that and also get a down payment for a house? Like, how are we supposed to do that? So that was why I got the Dairy Queen job. And even that was just like, just paying off a little bit of debt at a time. It wasn't anything that it wasn't like we were able to save a lot at a time for a down payment. So I'm really excited for the future.
Um, what would you say is your favorite part about being an entrepreneur now?
The flexibility for sure. Because, like, right now, I'm at my cousin's house. We're making cinnamon rolls downstairs after this. So I can just up and go. And I haven't done my videos for TikTok yet today, but I could do them right here. I
Mm.
can pack my products up. I can take them wherever I go. I remember we went to South Carolina. I just packed my products up, did my videos in South Carolina. We went to, where else did we go? Texas. That's where we went to Texas, actually. Went and saw Diana. And I was able to do my videos from Texas. Like, it's not like I'm confined to one place like I am with my physical job that working at Dairy Queen. It's not like I'm confined to be there. It's not dependent on anybody's schedule but mine. So I can do whatever. It's freedom.
The freedom. It's the freedom. People ask me that and I'll tell them the same thing. I'm like, it's just the freedom. Nobody's telling me what time I get to clock out for lunch.
Hmm.
Nobody's telling me I have to work this morning shift. Nobody's telling me I have to anything. And
Hmm.
my favorite thing is if I want to get ahead of it, like I can do more videos today, so I don't have to do anything for the next 2, 3 days. Um,
Yep. And even my version of smushing 2 days worth of videos in takes me 2 hours.
right, right.
I'm
The
working,
undertime is still under time.
yeah, like I'm working an hour for six. I've gotten a raise, you guys, for $16.50.
Mm,
And then I can go on TikTok, make all my 10 of my videos a day in an hour, and make $500 that day. I've made up to $1,300 in one day. So it's like 1,650, 1,000. I don't know, you know.
So wait a minute. So let me hear it. So you're saying that those amounts per month, that 2,900, that 9,100, that 7,600, that's in you working an hour a day on videos?
That's in me working an hour a day. I can get 10 videos done in an hour easy. It's really not even an hour anymore. I could get 15 videos done in an hour. One thing I will say, I have gotten a little bit lazy. So I do 7 to 10. But I can hop on here. I have gotten so comfortable with it, so I could do it with my eyes closed.
Mhm.
So it takes me less than an hour to keep that money coming in every day.
That's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about your entrepreneur business now, if you have one, and what you offer?
So right now, I'm just doing TikTok, honestly, TikTok and working in the group. Um, but I have not, with working a regular job, I haven't started another business as of yet. So yeah, that's what my life is looking like.
Awesome, awesome. And then where can people find you online? Can they Google you and see if you're telling the truth, or how can they find you?
How can you find me online? Well, there's TikTok, a lot of videos there. You can see the proof by the many videos I post today. I don't know if you want to follow me on there. I post a lot. But you can find me on TikTok. My @ is Janay Scales. This is me. And then you can find me on, also proof of you don't need hundreds of thousands of followers to make money. It's crazy, okay? Anyway, focus, Janay.
I
You
did
can
want to,
find
I'm glad that you said that, because I did want to ask you, so when you came, how many followers did you have when you started this?
I had 195.
195 followers. And then, so I know you need 5,000 to get into the TikTok shop. So how long did it take you? Because I know a lot of people have been wanting to do TikTok shop, but they're like, I only have 200 followers, or I don't have any followers at all. How long did it take you to get to your 5,000 followers to get in the shop?
4 days is how long it took me.
4 days? Who
Four
taught you?
days.
Who taught you how to get in the TikTok shop in four? So wait a minute. So you went from how many you said you had 195?
I had 195 followers.
So you went from 195 followers to 5,000 followers in 5 days and 4 days.
I got 4,795 followers in 4 days.
Hmm. Who helped you? Who helped you do that?
My sister, Dianna Nicole, the one and only. She has this program called 0 to 5K. So I went through that and it taught me exactly how to do it.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna drop all of your information below so they can come find you and stalk you. And then we can just close with, do you feel like there's anything that you would want to leave with the people? Like what would you leave with the people, the last thing that you would want to share?
If you want the freedom to go in the grocery store and buy what you need to buy, if you want the freedom to spend time at home with your family, if you want the freedom to just do all the things that you wanted to do, save for a house, not live paycheck to paycheck. And if you are willing to put in the work, then try it because it's worth it.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Janay. And you guys, if you want to get into my coaching program, or you want to get in the course, of course, that will be dropped below. And not only will I be in there, but it just sounds like Janay's going to be in there for the long haul too. So come on in and see us both.
All right. See you later.
Happy lady, happy life. With yours truly, Dianna Nicole.